Good morning. I'm flanked between Diet Coke cans today. What does that mean? It is Vlogmas Day 9.
Hold on, it's time for it to reappear.
I've moved one can and I'll drink the other. So far this morning, it's 11:14. So far this morning, I have edited my vlog from yesterday. I refreshed my curls because, not a lot, but a little bit, because I must have slept hard on this hair last night. It was a real frizz ball. And I burned my hand. So I've burned my hand many times with curling devices and straighteners and whatever else. But once upon a time, I used to work at Subway. I keep thinking I'm going to do a series because in the past I've tried to film videos of like, what jobs have you had? That was a tag back in the day. And it's too long. It's just too long. I've had so many jobs. To say that the job I do right now, I've worked in for 10 years. And one of the other jobs I'd worked there for 7 years, I must have had 20 jobs. I really flip-flopped between a lot of different things. One of those things, when I was, I want to say 16, 17, I worked at Subway. I know I wasn't 18 because I was a key holder and I used to lock up and walk down the back of Subway, which was an unlit alleyway behind all the bars in town. And we used to be open until 3 o'clock in the morning. And it would be 3 o'clock in the morning. I would look up and walk down an unlit alleyway on my own. Looking back, I'm like, that is crazy. I never felt unsafe, but madness. Even just working there on my own seems crazy. Anyway, that's by the by. I burned myself in Subway many times, but the worst one is, I don't know if you can tell, I don't know if you can see. I'll bring you closer. Can you kind of see like that white mark in the middle of my arm? It's got progressively better. This is more than 20 years ago. But that was the worst scar I had for ages. What happened was I pulled the bread out of the oven and it fell. So I caught it with my arm. Ooh, that was a nice wobble. Caught it with my arm. It, like, the corner went on here. It pushed into my arm, melted the skin. I'm sorry. And then, like, smushed it. It, like, smeared it to the side. It was so beautiful. Obviously, I'm working by myself at this point. So I go to the ice machine. I fill one of those little rags that you clean with up with ice. And it was like a tourniquet. I was like a war. I tied it to my arm so that it would ice my arm and just continued to make sandwiches. Honestly, these are things I think about, like, if this was a story one of my children told me, I'd be like, no, this just doesn't seem right. And yet, yes, that really did happen. So this little curling hour iron burn that I had today is the closest that I've had to that burn since it really did a hard smush against my skin and I had like a nice glassy patch of skin for a moment. So I'm expecting a nice scar. It's always there that I burn myself with my curling iron. I'm expecting a nice scar there. Hopefully I'll be able to show you by the end of Vlogmas. Today we're going out to Marks and Spencer's, a couple of reasons. There's something that Lee wants to get as a gift for his dad. I am entertaining. I'm having a couple of friends around and we're having dinner tomorrow. So I'm going to get some nice food from there. I think I'm going to make a stew, to be honest. Although ages ago, what do you call it? Like transferred my club card points into Denby points, Denby voucher. Yeah. Before they made the club card points be 2 times instead of 3 times. It used to be 3 times the value of the club card points. Anyway, oh my God, so many tangents. I transferred it into a Denby voucher and I keep looking and I'm like, but it only really covers half of the cost of a cast iron pot that I would want to get, or like a casserole dish. So I think I'm going to spend that on something else at Denby at some point, and we're going to pop into TK Maxx because I think for the same price that I could spend on half of that, I could probably just get another casserole dish from there. So I'm going to make a stew because it feels like that's the weather appropriate. I don't want people to be like all turkeyed out. We're not drinking, so I might get like a bottle of like Bucks Fizz or something because we'll have a glass of that. But I'm gonna try and think of like a fun non-alcoholic cocktail. And also after yesterday's or the day before vlog, a couple of people told me M&S have a good chocolate ice cream that does not have bits or chunks or drizzle or salted caramel. So we will see if that's true. Guessing what is in all of these presents from Emma.
This is a Terry's chocolate orange. It's a Terry's custard. This is a moisturiser. This is an air fryer. This is some of your dad's stuff.
Some of this.
Stop giving me trying to think.
Oh, are you actually looking at the
notes?
The notes?
I'm not just guessing from how it feels.
She stumped you on that one.
I don't know what you got her addicted to. This is methamphetamine. This is a beard.
A beard?
Look at
The end of the day feeling. Is it taking your bra off?
like a tool to take your bra off.
I haven't looked through them yet and looked at all of the tags, but that's going to be interesting to see how close Ella was with some of them. Someone told me Marks and Spencer had chocolate ice cream and it says smooth and velvety. I can't see anywhere that it says it's got pieces of anything. I'm quite excited about this. It is £4, but listen, it's worth it. Me and Ella came out for a cocktail at TGI's and look, it's all done up for Christmas. Why must we fight, children? Manny Sly, please, everyone, stop. So one of my exciting purchases earlier was this cast iron pot. Obviously I'm going to get a proper wash before I use it, but I'm going to make a, did I say this earlier? I'm going to make stew and dumplings tomorrow. Also, did I mention the drama of the curling iron? I did, we talked about this. Lee put this thing on my hand. Actually, it doesn't hurt at all. It's like we had this already. So we put some like cream on it and then this thing. I feel like it's going to do something because we got it so quick. I'm making party food right now. We got M&S party food, which we tend to do in December. We'll buy like the whatever it is for however much, and like eke it out over a couple of meals. So we are having like little chicken burgers, some little like beef rusty things, fondue balls, and something else that I can't remember. Anyway, while that's cooking, let's open the next Emma present. Oh, number 5. Number 5. This says, perfect addition to that morning cup of coffee. This is the one that Ella thought was a Costa set. So let's see if she's right. Oh, better still, it's M&S. Oh my God, I would never ever have guessed this. I can't wait to show this because she's never gonna guess it. Also, one of the first times that me and Emma went away overnight together in a hotel, we had, I feel like Emma brought them, but there was something like I'd mentioned them or something, and she got those little McVitie gingerbread men, and they always make me think of her now, so extra, but I love them. I mean, never in a million years would have guessed this. When the girls come around tomorrow, we're gonna obviously, I mean, I need to clean up in there a little bit, but we're obviously eat dinner in there, and then the plan is to sit in the shed and we'll have some drinks and stuff, and the shed has not been used at all this year, pretty much. So I'm going to show you in the morning the horror that we'll be having to clean that up. I was supposed to go in today and kind of start the process, but I haven't had it in me, honestly. And the girls are coming around a little bit later now than was originally planned, so hopefully I'll get around to it. Well, I will get around to it, I will. But hopefully it's not as hard as I'm anticipating. There's like concrete in there, it's a whole thing. It's not just like a quick, let's go and clean up. I used to use it all the time. And then this year, because, well, partially because I just wasn't really drinking as much. So the whole thing of like, let's go around and have drinks wasn't so much of a thing. I just was kind of feeling low at the beginning of this year. And then Karen and I started the business, so I just didn't have a lot of time, which still feels true, but I'm trying to make time to do this stuff at Christmas. For a while, the shed was like a shrine to Christmas Day last year, which also was a moment. It's kind of a PTSD moment, and I just have barely been in it, so it's like 12 months of rubbish in there. It was loaded fries. They might be slightly overcooked. Also, like these, see, like that one is a decent portion, and then this is like half the amount. So I don't know what that's all about. This I'm most excited about. These are the little Rosties. And look how cute these are, little burgers with some like aioli. Delicious. I've separated them. These are for me and Lee. These are for the kids because it might be some of the only stuff they'll eat. So I left them without the aioli just in case they didn't want it. And these are the cheese, like fondue balls. Oh, I've just remembered that I've got the mic on, so it's going to sound strange if I don't actually talk into it. This is incredible. So I showed you this earlier on. It's the ultimate chocolate ice cream from Marks and Spencer's. The best thing in the entire world. It's fully clean. Clean? I think I was going with plain and creamy. It's fully smooth. There's no flakes of chocolate because that's the worst. The way I eat chocolate ice cream, the way I eat ice cream in general, is I like put it in my mouth and then I like press it against the roof of my mouth. It's one of those things. No one you don't get taught how to eat ice cream. Everyone must do this differently, but it's rough then atop the roof of my mouth and my tongue. It's like a sandpaper situation. So I don't like it. It's not for me. And I can't find smooth ice creams anywhere else. This is it. This is the only one that exists, or at least in the north, because apparently Waitrose does one as well. This is the only one. And it was £4, which is expensive, but not as expensive as some. Velvety smooth, would recommend. I cannot tell you how good this ice cream is. It's like the cream. I can see how it might not be for everyone because it's very like creamy and rich, but it's like creamy. It's just so good. The 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 M&S. I mean, always, but really 10 out of 10. Also, of the party food that we bought, the Rosties with the, I feel like it was pulled beef, but I don't know, like, shredded beef stuff on top. I could eat those for every meal, all day, every day. It's that time again to say goodnight. I don't even know what's happened today, honestly. It's felt like 3 days long. But tomorrow, I have to get up early to do all of the things that I've been putting off. So it's going to be a little bit manic. And honestly, I'm already like ashamed to show you what the shed looks like.
Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me.